lobbying regulators, not so much to change the law, but to clarify it, like to tell us what it is that we need to do so that someone doesn't come down 2 years later and say, hey, what you were doing completely in the open and completely transparently for the last 4 years was illegal from day one, and you should have known that. And we're like, we meet with you like every week about what we're doing, and now you're telling us we should have realized 4 years ago that it was fundamentally and completely illegal? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And as I'm doing this video, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. And I do apologize for the late video. I was very busy this morning. But guys, do not forget on the weekends, we're the only game in town, and we know CME opens tonight. So we know it's going to move the market. And plus in the morning, once yield rates get to moving, we know it's going to move the market again. And then, guys, we know a spot Bitcoin ETF is around the corner. Whether it's next month or 3 months away, we're definitely going to get one soon. But we have a lot of gambling products around crypto and especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we know once we get a spot Bitcoin ETF, a spot Ethereum ETF, we know that's going to help take away some of the volatility. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates on Friday move down. We had the dollar slightly down, and volume in crypto is slightly down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $1 trillion. And this week, guys, is going to be a big week. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. Because not only do we have Jerome in the house, but we're going to be running into open interest for Bitcoin and crypto. And we know what Jerome Powell is going to say. He's going to say it's going to be data dependent. 2% inflation is the go. Inflation is stickier than they thought. And he's going to say higher rates for longer. But guys, we know these geopolitical events, the drums are beating, and we have two. And we know we're going to get a third soon that's going to allow the Fed to pivot. But remember, guys, this is all for the fourth industrial revolution. That's why we're in a fragmented world. Everything has to be broken up in order for them to bring in the machines, the robots, algorithms, and drones that are going to take over this economy. And we know the technology is already ready, and they have so much technology behind the curtain that we haven't even seen. And especially with these supercomputers. And we know the NWO are the master magicians. They're going to keep up these distractions. And November has always been a distraction month. So guys, don't fall for it. Make sure you're staying focused and working in the lab, getting yourself ready for this digital transformation. And make sure you're educating your friends and family. If they don't listen, that's fine. Remember, you're a watchman on the wall. And don't forget the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale. Sent about $26.6 billion on Friday. Now, if you're a part of my Patreon, guys, make sure you're going inside the Patreon. Look at the video. I just uploaded today. It is very important. And then on top of it, guys, I do apologize to my crypto stock Patreon members, because I had to break the video up. Patreon wouldn't allow me just to upload it fully. But guys, make sure you're checking out all the clips. If you're part of the Patreon, it is so important because we're starting to see a plan come together. Remember, they have to have a big enough event in order to build this fourth industrial revolution. They need 3 to 5 years. And remember, when you keep hearing the mainstream media, are we going to be having a hard landing or soft landing? They're talking about the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have one topic, but a big topic. We have Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says, don't forget that Jay Clayton is the one who brought up the case on Ripple in the first place and then left the next day. And guys, we know that was all part of a plan so he could kick the can to Gary Gensler. And Gary Gensler kicks the can of regulation down the road, giving China and the emerging markets time to flip that switch. And we know they're ready to flip that switch. But we saw Jay Clayton in the FDIC meeting that they planned 10 years ago that these banks would be failing. And we know that XRP and XLM are one of the reasons why these small and medium-sized banks can't survive. Remember, they're based on fees. With real-time settlement, we don't have to worry about that. Along with blockchain and tokenization, it takes out a lot of the fees. You're able to send millions of dollars almost free. And then plus, you don't have to worry about trust anymore. So that opens up trillions and trillions of dollars of liquidity. And we also see Chainlink teaming up to Swift to give the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.